Hey photographer, Jessica Whitaker here, and in this video I'm comparing the 50mm 1.2 RF lens for Canon up against the 50mm 1.2 EF lens with an adapter. This is a common question I see all the time in my photography community called Build and Bloom. I've upgraded to mirrorless, but do I need to upgrade my lenses as well? The short answer is no, and in fact go click the link down below so you can get yourself an adapter for your EF lenses. In this video I'm going to be going in depth about the differences. I have side-by-side image samples for you, so by the end of this video you feel empowered in your decision rather than feeling more confused and overwhelmed. Thank you to KEH Camera for sponsoring this video. KEH is where you can buy, sell, trade in, and repair your camera equipment, both film and digital. Everything is quality inspected and thoroughly tested, so even though you're buying used, you know exactly what you're purchasing. It's an amazing resource. I'll have them linked down below as well as some coupon codes. Let's get into the video. First up, I'm going to give an overview of both lenses, and I want to say that I've been working with these lenses on both a Canon R camera and a Canon R5. The Canon R5 was lent to me by KEH, as is the 50 RF lens. I've used this lens to photograph portraits and multiple weddings in all different lighting situations. First up, let's talk about the RF lens. This lens is known for its incredibly accurate sharpness and beautiful bokeh. It has a fast autofocus system that works seamlessly with Canon's mirrorless cameras. The build quality feels luxurious, it's premium, and it's designed to deliver outstanding image quality, even in challenging lighting situations. The RF lens is going to be the best choice for those who want to get the most out of their mirrorless system. Now let's talk about the 50mm EF lens with the lens adapter. The lens adapter is something that you put on your EF lenses so that you can mount it to a mirrorless camera, meaning that you don't have to get all new lenses in order to use your new camera. This little guy has been a favorite amongst photographers for years because of its impressive build quality and exceptional image results. It's renowned for its beautiful creamy bokeh, especially when you shoot wide open at 1.2, and the sharp, detailed images it can create, which have made it a go-to for portrait photographers and for those who need a fast, reliable lens for low light conditions. At this point, both lenses sound equally good, so why buy the RF when it's so much more expensive instead of sticking with an EF lens for significantly cheaper? When you use an EF lens with an adapter on a new mirrorless camera, you are essentially bridging the gap between the old system of a DSLR with the newer technology of mirrorless. The adapter allows you to keep using your old lenses with your new mirrorless camera so that you don't have to invest in a whole new line of lenses, the RF lenses, right away. This being said, this is where the difference comes in. The main thing is that the autofocus speed is going to be slower. This is because the adapter adds an extra layer of technology between the lens and the camera body, which can impact how quickly and accurately the focusing is. Honestly, if you've never used an RF lens before, you just got your new mirrorless, you're gonna pop that adapter in, you're not going to see a difference at all because you don't know the difference yet. So it's kind of good in a way to maybe stick with the EF as long as you can, because once you start with the RF lenses, it's hard to stop. The only thing that stops you is your bank account. All that being said, the EF lens with an adapter is still an amazing option, especially if you already own this lens and you're transitioning to a new mirrorless system. And for those wondering, the adapter itself costs under $100 when you buy it used on KEH, but honestly, I think if you buy it new from Canon, it's only a little bit more. Relatively speaking, this is dirt cheap and it allows you to continue enjoying the lens's amazing image quality while adapting to new technology without having to completely overhaul your camera collection. For those who value their pre-existing EF lens collection or are looking for a cost-effective solution, the combo of an EF lens and an adapter strikes the perfect balance between performance and practicality. Now let's talk about the pricing. The RF lens new on Canon's website is $2,519. If you were to purchase it used on KEH, who is the sponsor of this video, you are looking at $1,940 yours in the bargain condition, which bargain is the tier on their quality tier ladder that will have normal wear and tear. If you wanted to purchase like new on KEH, their excellent condition tier is $2,365. That's already a massive jump. This is used. If you were to buy the EF lens new on Canon, you're looking at about $1,600. If you were to purchase the EF lens used on KEH in bargain condition, you're looking at $830. The adapter is about $125. The price difference between the two lenses used is still a significant jump. The price difference between the RF in bargain and the EF in bargain with the adapter, both used, is $1,110. Now's the part of the video where I'm going to share sample images, I'm going to do side-by-side lens comparisons, and then, like I always love to do, I'm going to include the edited final result because this is what your client is actually going to be looking at. YouTube quality isn't the best for viewing photos, so if you want to see a little bit higher quality, check out the blog post. I will have it linked down in the description box below and you can get a bit closer. And because we are comparing the same focal lengths, typically in my videos I'm comparing like a 50 versus an 85, and the difference is obvious because of the background. But in this case, there's not much of a difference. The difference more is when you are actually working with the lens and shooting on your camera. Let's get into the example images. Before we move into the next category, I want to talk a little bit more about KEH, who is the sponsor of this video. KEH is a reliable seller of used camera equipment. Every single piece of gear that goes through their massive warehouse is thoroughly quality inspected, then it's tested and transparently rated on their quality tier system on each listing. So the quality tier goes all the way from excellent plus and like new down to bargain. And bargain is where you're going to have that normal cosmetic wear and tear, but it does not affect the picture quality or the glass whatsoever. Actually, people in my Build and Bloom photography group have said, like myself, they've bought bargain condition items and there's barely any wear and tear. Buying used is better for your wallet and for the planet, because most of what people are selling on KEH are items that they've either grown out of, maybe they've gone from DSLR to mirrorless, or maybe it's something that was gifted to them by their uncle's friend's hairdresser's cousin's stepsister that found out you like photography and now you're stuck with this film camera lens that you have no need for, but it looks pretty good. You can sell that gear, you can send it off to KEH and get cash back for it, or put it towards something on the website for yourself. So you can see how, unlike with social media marketplaces or third-party auction sites, you can trust that what is on the website is what you're going to get. KEH Camera will be linked down below, as well as all of the lenses and the gear that I talked about in this video. Bookmark it for later because it's an amazing resource, and I also have a coupon code for you that will all be in the description box below. My opinion, in conclusion, is that you wouldn't know the difference if you have only shot with EF lenses on an adapter. The difference is more about how the performance is using the lens on your camera, and like I said earlier, if you've never used an RF lens before and you've only used the EF with an adapter, you've come to this video and you're just trying to decide if you should make the jump to RF, you have your EF, If you've never used RF, I promise you're not gonna see a difference. You will. Okay, you will when it comes to low light situations and sometimes in certain golden hour situations. In my behind the scenes videos I've been doing for the past couple of months, you'll even hear my own commentary like, oh my gosh, the RF is so much more accurate with the focusing during that prime, like juicy golden hour where everything is super hazy. Of course, because of the new technology, the RF lenses are better performing, but I can still get the same photo. Just takes a little bit more time with the EF, but time is not always on your side depending on what subject you're working with. Maybe it's family photos, maybe it's weddings. If you're like me and you do portrait photography, you deliver only digital files, so small social media resolution, and then like a medium resolution that could maybe be blown up to an 8x10, you don't need to upgrade to mirrorless. It's going to make the experience for you working with the camera a lot faster and better, but yes, it would be nice, but it's not necessary kind of thing. However, if you do wedding photography, I do think it's worth it because the focusing is so much better. And by that, I mean that it is faster, and that is imperative on a wedding day. The accurate focusing can make or break your results. And in low light situations, like at weddings, it is significantly better because it's not about like the noisiness of the image, but more so that it's the faster, accurate focusing. And maybe I should go a little bit more in depth about that because I was recently talking to my friend who also, like me, shoots with a Mark IV, and I've used the R5 for a couple of weddings, like about 4 or 5 weddings this summer while I've been borrowing it from KEH. And basically the face tracking of the focusing is game changing. You do not have that with the Mark IV. And while the camera is tracking the subject's face or faces, it also, if you have your camera set up correctly and you know how to shoot in manual mode to the fullest of its capability, the focusing is almost always accurate, which is so important for moments like walking down the aisle, the reaction, first look, and the first kiss. This accurate and fast focusing also translates to the low light situations. However, if you're on a budget or you already have a collection of EF lenses, using the EF lens with an adapter is a solid alternative. Like with most purchasing decisions, it's going to come down to your personal finance and your financial goals. My suggestion is to make a plan for saving and consider buying used on KEH. Do not go into debt for your photography. Think of it this way. Choosing between the RF and EF with an adapter is a bit like choosing different ways to purchase a luxury handbag. The RF is like buying a brand new designer handbag straight from the store. You walk in, you have an amazing experience shopping. The handbag is the latest model. It comes with all the boxes and the ribbon and the champagne and the cappuccino. It's an amazing experience because it's a luxury experience. The EF lens with an adapter is like saving up to purchase a second-hand designer bag. It's still a luxury item with all of the elegance and the craftsmanship that you want. It's not brand new and you don't get a cappuccino and champagne and the box with the ribbons. But that is all irrelative because it's still a luxury handbag that is yours. It's proven to hold up its quality over time and it's held its value. It's a smart choice if you're looking to enjoy the luxury without the full price tag of the newest model. In both cases, you're still indulging in something special, but the experience and the immediate appeal differ. It's all about balancing what you want with what you can get for your money. If you're still feeling a little bit apprehensive on which lens to purchase, I encourage you to check out my free photography Facebook group called Build and Bloom. This is the best place to ask your question about which lens you should buy, share what kind of photography you do, and what you're looking to achieve with a new lens. You will get personalized, detailed insight from members who are kind, encouraging, and inclusive in my Facebook group, as well as myself. And there's also a Build and Bloom photography podcast available for you to listen and learn wherever you get your podcast. I believe in you and I believe in your business. Be sure to hit subscribe so you're the first to know when new free videos for your business come out, and I will see you in my next video. Click right here to watch and to learn. I'll see you there.